What's going on, guys? It's James, the Yorkshire Modeller, back with you again, and we finally, after a 6-month wait, have issue 17 of the F40. So, quick roundup. Obviously, everyone that's doing the F40 will know back in July of 2020 we got an email from Panini saying that there was going to be some delays on it because they were struggling to get the parts over from their factory in, I think it's in Italy. Obviously, Italy were massively affected by the COVID pandemic, as were a lot of other countries around the world, to be honest. But in Europe, Italy seemed to be the first one that really got it bad. So Panini emailed us and said, look, we're not going to be able to get your issues out to you. You'll get a refund, and hopefully we should have them out to you next month. That's fine. A few weeks later, there was another email sent out saying we're looking probably end of September, beginning of October time. So that one came through. I didn't get anything in October, so I emailed him. It's still in production. We're not discontinuing it. It's just because of COVID. Fine, I can handle. I can deal with that. November, December roll around, still nothing. So I emailed them again. Says, your pack was dispatched out to you. There were 8 issues in there. You should receive that very, very soon. Beginning of December, I think it was, about the 10th or 12th of December, I had a pack come through with 17, 18, 20, 23 and 24 in. So obviously I was missing a few issues. So emailed them, said, look, I'm missing these issues. I've been waiting a long, long time for these issues to come through. Can you rush them out to me? Oh, no, we can't do that. Sorry, they'll come out in your next pack. When's the next pack going to be? Oh, that'll be the end of January. So that's why there's been such a delay on these videos. Now, I've put them down somewhere. Give me a sec. I do have up to issue 28. So the F40 videos are now going to be binged on, basically. So we are today on the 30th of January. Hopefully these videos will be out first week, maybe second week in February. And we're just going to go and we're just going to try and blast through them as quickly as we can, because I know we'll be getting a load more, another 4 issues, I think, quite soon. So, first things first, I want to go through the 2 free gifts that we've got in this one. So obviously we've had the free folder, we've had the Living the Supercar Dream, we've also had the keyring, which is nice. It looks like it's carbon fibre keyring, and it came in this nice little kind of Ferrari bag there, with the Ferrari logo on, so that's quite nice. And then the other one, which I was really chuffed with, is the display plaque. So that's there. I've left the kind of protective film on it, so you can see on the back there, same as on, I'll show you on this camera here, same as on all the other Ferrari things. It's Ferrari officially licensed product. Sorry if that was blowing your screen out there with the white on it, but it's got all the different measurements: engine type, total displacement, maximum power, body type, length, width, height, wheelbase, weight, and the top speed as well. Top speed in kilometres per hour, obviously European. So yeah, those 2 nice free gifts there. We're still waiting on the next ones coming, which for me will be the hat and the 1/43 scale miniature of it. We'll see what happens with those. So, obviously, it's been quite a while, so we have got the engine done up to this sort of condition here. In the last video, we attached the water pumps, which are on that side just there. So now we've got new external engine elements in issue 17. So I've just left them all in the bags. I'm just going to shift them out of the bags so we can start to put these bits together. I'm really happy that we've finally got these bits now. I contemplated cancelling, I'll be honest, because of the delays and everything else. And obviously, if you've watched the previous videos in the Spitfire and Bismarck, and also my recent upload, I think it's entitled The Video I Didn't Want to Have to Make. Obviously Merlin, my pet rabbit, wasn't well, and yeah, so we've just had to kind of deal with that. So that's that. I'm just making sure I've got all the parts. Looks like one of them is slightly different. in mine, which is this one here. So in the instructions, it looks like part 3, which is the oil filter. On the picture, it's just silver all the way down. Mine, for some reason, is black. I don't know. We will see. We have part 1, which is this one just... Whoops, let me move this camera around a little bit so you've got a bit of a better view of me. There we go. And not my tripod for my main camera. So, we've got the filter base, which is this part just here. That's part number 1. Part number 2 is the oil pressure transmitter, which is this one just here. Part number 3 is the oil filter, which is that one I've just shown you there. Part number 4 is the coolant piping, which is this one. Part number 5, this gold one is just down listed as detail. And then we've got part 6, which is, let me get this the right way round, make sure I'm getting them the right way. That's 7, that's 6. So 6 and 7. So 6 and 7 are basically just look like that, but they're just mirror images of each other. So we've got the left inlet manifold assembly and the right inlet manifold assembly. So, let's get started with 17 then. Using the appropriate interlocking elements system on your model engine, attach the left and right inlet manifold assemblies. So the easiest way to tell which one's which is the manifold assemblies are going to go into... So, those 4 little holes there, along this kind of flat bit of the engine there, are where you're going to put the manifolds. The inlet manifolds. And part 7 goes on that side I've just shown you. So we'll just push that one into position. I'll put the engine down here so you guys can see what I'm doing, and I will show you obviously on the close-up camera in a moment just how these look when they're all in and attached. Now that's got some flashing on, so I'm just going to get rid of the flash on this bit. Right, so part 7 will go, if you're looking at the engine this way, part 7 will go on this side, part 6 will go on this side. You can tell because that little hole just there, if you keep looking at the instructions, needs to go towards the water pump. Did we glue these in, or are these just using the appropriate interlocking system elements on your engine? Attach the left and right inlet manifold assemblies. Right, it doesn't say that we glue them, so I'm not going to glue them, but it looks like they might just kind of rest in there rather than actually push in all the way. I just don't want to snap these little pegs off. Be a great start to redoing this build, wouldn't it? Right, I'm just going to leave that one like that. It kind of looks like they just rest in there rather than actually like it's a full push fit. Eek, urgently click then, I don't like that. There we go, right. I'm just resting those in there because I don't think they push in any more than I've got them in there, so we'll just see how that goes. Next, the semicircular cross-section hole in the coolant piping, so that's this one here. And it's a semicircular hole, which is that one just there. Aligns exactly with the pin on the detail. So the detail's just this gold one here. So let me just move this over that way a bit. And then that will line up perfectly, apparently like that. And then we just push that into position. So it will look like that when it's done. So just to show you on this camera here. So that will sit kind of like that. That's steps 1 and 2. Now step 3, with the pipe assembled, take note of the 3 points indicated on this photo. So the 3 points that it's on about is that little hole there, that little hole there, and that little peg just inside there. So now this will fit in. Using the special interlocking elements, install the completed pipe. In the image you can see the correct positioning. So that hole there on the pipe will line up with the peg on the engine, and then these two pegs will line up with the two holes on those interlocking parts. So if I just press that down, push that down there like that, that's it, and then press that down onto there. No. Right, I might have to come back to you, give me a minute. Right, those bits, these, do actually push all the way in. So you just have to take your time and be careful with them, because obviously you don't want to snap those pins off. So sorry, that was just me being daft. So line those up and then just gently push them all in like that. So that will sit, ultimately when you've got them in, they'll sit like that. And now this bit will go straight in to that peg there, and they will go into those two holes. One, try and get that lined up properly, there we go. So that will go into that peg, that will go into that hole, that will go into that hole. Like that. Nearly like that. So I'll get this in, and then it's going to take a while for me to line those two holes up because it's for some reason not quite lining. There we go, that's oh crap. Just push that down a little bit. There we go. So that's those bits all in and attached. Set up the base of the oil filter in the correct position. So the base of the oil filter is this one, and it goes, that kind of semicircular peg on the bottom of it, just there, will go into the semicircular hole just on that bit of the engine there. So luckily semicircular pegs will only go in one way. So we'll pop that in there like that. That fits in there nicely like that. And then join this oil filter. Due to the semicircular interlocking system, it can only be installed in one position. This bit, the actual oil filter itself, so that one there, you've got the semicircular hole on the bottom, and that goes in a semicircular hole towards the golden part. So that gold part's just there. This one will just fit in there like that. So that's clipped on like that. So that's in. And last but not least, just behind the oil filter system, complete with the oil pressure transmitter, which is this one just here. Again, this has got a semicircular hole in it. So that one will just clip on there like that as well. Whoops, what have I knocked off? That's what I've knocked off. That's alright. That's just another semicircular fitting thing. There we go. So that's on. And the result, well done. Put your engine aside until the next components become available. So that is everything that we've done with this issue. So that's issue 17 done. I have missed this about the F40, to be honest with you. The fact that they tell you not just what's coming in the next issue, but what's coming in the issue after. So issue 18, we get the first parts for the injectors, and issue 19, more induction system components, all there. So issue 18 at the top, issue 19 straight underneath, which I am going to record and do now, because I am sick of waiting to get this bit done. So guys, same as always, please remember to like, share and subscribe to the Yorkshire Modeller for more weekly model building geekiness, and I'll see you in the next video for issue 18 of the F40, which will be up very soon. So until then guys, please remember, happy modelling, stay safe.